All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to our younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to hopefully the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. And what I want to get into this morning pretty much is going to the precept that we go into often, and we pretty much give it as a attribute, to a woman, that's in order. And we understand, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Shai, likens, the nation of Israel, into a tender and delicate woman, Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father, all right, will often refer to himself, as the husband, all right, of Israel, And one thing about their relationship, as I went into before, the husband, will provide protection, resources, and also discipline, all right? And when you read the book of Sirach 26 and 14, it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much more as a mind well instructed. All right? And that's the key point, is a mind that's well instructed. All right? And there's manifold. Because just dealing with the nation, which is likened to a woman, and when you go into a silent, all right, loving woman, that means she knows, all right, what she's supposed to be doing. All right, she fully understands her duty and her role within the house, all right, and she fulfills them with no complaints. All right, she fulfills them, she gets to the point where she doesn't have to be told. She already know what has to be done. All right, because she know that forwards her household, that forwards her husband, that nurtures her children. All right, so she's locked in to what she got to do. And silent just mean obedient. That don't mean that she's a mute and doesn't say anything. No, man, it just goes into she knows what needs to be done. All right, and that's a form of obedience. She has no, all right, back talk for what needs to be done. No complaints. And that's how the elect are in this time. We became this silent and loving woman. Because what did Yahweh Shai, tell the Apostle Peter? If you love me, do what? Feed my sheep. You see? And that's a form of love, all right, that the men of the hopeful elect, are teaching, feeding the sheep, because we're taking care of our husband's house. All right? The Most High gave us a spirit to have a mind that's well instructed. It gets to the point where we don't have to be told what to do. We know what to do now. We know how to take care, of the house. All right? We know how to keep the house in order. You see? Because in the ancient world, a woman would be tasked for overseeing, the affairs of her husband domestically. All right? The household. You see? And then why scripture say ain't nothing like a mind well instruction. You can give her a list of instructions to do, while you're gone. And when you come back, they're done. And sometimes they might even go above and beyond. You see? That's a mind well instructed. A mind, all right, that can be molded, all right, into a vessel, all right, that's a asset to your household. All right? And the elect men are like those vessels being molded to be an asset, all right, in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. All right? And then what do you have happening? Under that you have the women, all right, they're coming back in their order. All right? Their minds are becoming well instructed. Their minds are being, all right, grown to be what? Vessels that's going to be an asset, all right, to the men that have became an asset to Yahweh Shai. This is what's happening in real time. For you sincere sisters that believe, man, you're, all right, You're being prepped for something great, man. You know? You're becoming that silent and loving woman, literally, man. All right? In the spirit, the men are. You know? But literally, the women that sincerely believe, they're becoming that silent and loving woman. Have the mindset of what do I need to do, all right? Understanding what they need to do to forward, you know, the house of their husband, all right? And I say women have a beautiful role. It's just been demonized in this society as oppression, all right? It's just been demonized as oppression, man, by Esau Edom. But in all actuality, man, a silent and loving woman is a beautiful thing. And that's how, you know, Yahweh Shai is looking at his elect men as a silent and loving woman that's ordering, you know, his house. You see? Because even when you go here, all right, in the spirit, because, you know, wisdom is what? Manifold. All right? It can be talking about multiple things at the same time in the spirit and literal. So when you go to, all right, the book of Psalms, chapter 113, and the last verse, all right, and it says, he maketh the barren woman to keep house and to be a joyful mother of children, because that was the woman's purpose, was to be a keeper of the house, all right? Bearing children and being a keeper of the house, man. That forwarded her nation. Now, of course, okay, you know, women had downtime, all right? They spent time, you know, with their husbands. It wasn't 24/7 debt, all right? But that was their main purpose, all right? Now, then Yahweh Shai likened his men into what? Stewards over his household? You know, because spiritually we're keeping the house, all right? Supplying the house with food, prepping meals. You see? It's nothing like, you know, a husband to be able to invite company over and, you know, have his wife to cook something to the liking of him and his company, man. And that's what we're doing. That's what the elect men are doing. We're serving, all right, tables in our husband's house, man. You see that? So it's a beautiful thing to have a mind well instructed on a spiritual level and on a literal level, man. That's gonna you gonna win. You know, we all gonna win, men and women. You know, those minds that are well instructed, man. So I just want to put that out there, Lord will, edifying. Till the next time I say shalom. Call me Ashala Bible Ball. DTA soon.